Hey, it's Editing Tom here. Just to let you know that I eventually do start talking to the camera. That'll start long about the 2-minute mark, but just wanted to let you know that. In the meantime, I'll let you listen to the ambient sounds as I walk along this little strip mall, which is just outside of the Middleton Phesant Branch Conservancy that we'll be walking through momentarily. And also to let you know that the microphone that I'm using to record this is to be featured in an Amazon haul and unboxing video that's coming up, fairly soon. And it's really exciting because I'm really looking forward to using this mic for a lot of future recordings. All right, and now back to the ambient sounds. Good morning to you all. This is day 2 of the DJI Osmo Action 4 unboxing, and I guess I'll call this one the review, but I don't really know that it's going to be that much of a review because I'm not going to switch to a bunch of different video modes and do audio tests and all that sort of thing. There are so many videos on YouTube currently that go through all of that. Instead, here today I'm really more focused on how is this going to work over the GoPro Hero 11 Black Creators Edition that I already have. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you've realized that I've had nothing but problems with my GoPro. Either software crashes or overheating. Those are the two primary problems that I've experienced. I'm recording here on the DJI Osmo Action 4 in 4K 30 frames per second at a 16:9 aspect ratio. They just rebuilt this bridge. It's really quite nice. They've also repaved the conservancy, so that's really nice, especially for the bikers. But yeah, so 4K 30, 16:9 is what I'm shooting in right now with Rocksteady on. And I think the horizon lock is on. I'd have to look at that. I think I put it on, but I didn't put on the horizon lock that lets you rotate the camera 360 degrees while the image remains fully upright and level. That's kind of cool, but I mean, I don't know that... I think one thing that it does is it zooms in a little bit more, right? So it crops in, so you kind of lose some of the image if you do that. Not saying that that's wrong. It could actually be the best mode in some situations. But yeah, so I spent way too long trying to get this camera activated, and so I think DJI has some work to do to make that process a little cleaner. Morning. It involved setting up an account on the DJI store and then trying to use it to log into the DJI Mimo app, which you have to download directly from their site. Be careful going to the Play Store or the iStore, whatever, to get the Mimo app, because there are apps up there that say that they're the Mimo app, but they're really not. So the apparently the correct place to get it is on the DJI website. So you have to download that, and then you have to install it. And when it comes to Android devices, that means that you have to permit what I guess the geeks call side loading, which means installing an application from an untrusted source. So there was that. And then trying to get logged into the Mimo app. So I had already set up an account on the DJI store. I tried to log in with that, and it told me incorrect username and password. So I thought, okay, well, apparently the login for the store and the Mimo app are entirely separate, so I tried to set up a different account on the Mimo app using the same email that I used for the store, and it told me, well, no, the account already exists. So then I had to go through the forgot password process to reset the password, which is kind of lame because I used a password manager to create a very cryptic password and store it. So I know it was getting the correct password, but for whatever reason, it didn't want to believe that. So I went through a password reset, and then it worked. And then I was able to activate the camera. But just way too much hassle with that one, DJI. Clean up that process, please. Other than that, the camera seems very cool to work with, and I'm just kind of watching the scene go by on the screen here, and it looks wonderful, so that's very cool. Let me flip around and okay, unfortunately I can't see the screen, and I've heard that this is kind of a thing with this. If you start with the rear screen, you can't use the front screen once you're recording. So I don't know if I'm framed particularly well, so I'll just go out a little bit further and maybe that'll work. I don't know. I'll have to work out a few procedures, right, in order to best use the camera and to have it do the things that I need it to do while I'm using it. This is the first time I've been in the Pheasant Branch Conservancy since, well, close to July 1st. I took off on the Mississippi River and Michigan Upper Peninsula and the Lower Peninsula journey in a few days before the end of June. So that would have been the last time I've been in here. And they were doing a lot of work in here, and clearly that has proceeded. We had I think they called it a once in 800 year storm that came through here that just wrecked this conservancy. The water levels became so high. Let me flip you around so that you can see the small little creek, the Pheasant Branch Creek, that runs through the conservancy, and that swelled so badly that it just totally washed out the roads in here, the paved bike path, as well as the bridges, I think, got damaged. I mean, pretty much everything got really wrecked in here. There's a little another view of the creek, and you know, imagine, if you will, this entire area underwater. I mean, it just really swamped this whole area. So a lot of reconstruction going on and done. So very nice, very nice. Our tax dollars at work, and God knows I got handed the largest tax increase ever. Like it was about $1,000, and that'll never come off. So I get to pay $1,000 more every single year to live here in this community. But I know you probably could never have hoped to see that, but there was a hummingbird flitting around over there. But yeah, it's becoming more expensive to live here. But this is what you get, I guess, for an additional $1,000 a year in property tax. They did a very nice job. This is only one part of the entire conservancy. We're coming up on a road here where I will end this video, but across this street, the trail continues. I don't know if they paved it over there yet or not, whether that's finished. I'll check that out on a different day. And that goes until you hit another street called Branch Street. Well, actually, it's Century Avenue at Branch. And from there, you can continue north of Century Avenue. So this whole conservancy thing goes quite a ways through the city of Middleton, and eventually comes out to a springs where an underground spring where the water for the creek bubbles up out of the ground. Very cool to see that. But yep, we're out of the conservancy now, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.